There are some crimes linked to some operators of commercial motorcycles in Lagos State, coupled with serious high risks of accidents involving the use of these commercial motorcycles. Recently, the incident of jungle justice carried out by some of these motorcycle riders and their sympathizers propelled the Lagos State government to finally direct the Lagos State Police Command to aggressively enforce the ban of the use of commercial motorcycles in 6 of 8 local government areas. To assess the compliance and enforcement of this ban, Security Watch Africa visited Lagos State and spoke with the Commissioner of Police, CP Abiodun Sylvester Alabi.
Officers and men of this command are dedicated. They have been doing their best. You can attest to the fact that of recent, there was a ban of Okada in about 6 local governments. I remember when I was granted an interview, what a pertinent question that was asked was that this is not the first time they are enforcing this ban. What am I going to do differently from the previous officer? And I told them, well, it has to do with the intensity of enforcement. Once you have shown the leadership, I believe others will follow suit. And that's exactly what you are seeing today. You agree with me that so far so good. We have been able to make a mark in that regard, that there is no reason why people should not obey laws. And there's no reason why we should shirk our responsibility in enforcing the laws made.
A board member of Lagos State Security Trust Fund, Dr. Ayodele Ogunson, speaking to Security Watch Africa, revealed that the state held several consultations with stakeholders in the commercial motorcycle transport business and some community leaders before the commencement of the enforcement.
When this law came into existence some years ago, there were very thorough consultation, and all of us would know that. And what I think we should even be talking about is, to the stakeholders, the government had been a bit lenient. You make a law 5, 6 years ago, and you are supposed to respond immediately and enforce, but you decide to be lenient on the people in that sector for 6 years, rather than, sending a wrong signal to the government. I think what they should do is to say, government, we thank you, we really appreciate you. But having said that, I would say that the government has a way of consulting. Sometimes it may not be in the open. They will just call the stakeholders privately, and then they will engage them and say, look, we're serious about this at this time, which they have done.
Lagosians were not left out as Security Watch Africa's crew took to the streets to hear from the people on how they feel about the ban. They said,
generally, I would say that it's not a bad action, really, although it comes with some side effects. But on the other side, there are much more damage being done by these Okada men. They drive recklessly, and there have been so much wrong things being done by them, because they know the corners, they know the intricacies of your streets. They can actually come out as informants for those who want to rob. I've seen it many times. It's not like I was told. I've seen it happen.
I'm looking at the fact that the ban is necessary, because along this lane, the traffic has reduced drastically. It's a good development, but the government too should try as much as possible to create jobs for these people, because the ban of Okada might lead to a lot of crime, of which we are facing right now. So I just hope that government should have 1 or 2 alternatives to cushion that effect of the ban. That's all.
I feel it's awkward that the system is not really working in our favor, because the Okada ban, I understand it's for security reasons. They are banning the Okadas, but there are no measures put in place to replace this system, to help those that are being stopped from working, because it is a source of income for most families, it is a source of occupation for most people, and it is a relief for stress for citizens using Okada, because there are some routes. We understand that Lagos is congested and a lot of traffic everywhere here and there, but nothing was put in place at first to make sure that if all these people are going to stop this particular job or stop using Okada, there will be something for them to do.
But it's been so challenging these days because we have to be on a long queue, and before we get the keke, unlike before, if there was Okada, you see every other people that don't want to use keke, they'll just join the Okada, that's the bike, they'll fly it. But now it has really been challenging because sometimes we stand, like yesterday I stood there for like 1 hour 30 minutes trying to get keke, and even this keke that are coming, not like they will have to even increase the fare, because normally it's like a 150 naira, but they now increased it due to the fact that they know that, oh, there's no Okada, everybody will want to rush the keke and this other small shuttle bus. So it's really been challenging for me personally.
Dr. Ogunson, however, disclosed that the Lagos state government is concerned about the welfare of residents and has made available alternative minibuses for those who are affected by the ban.
The members of the public are a bit inconvenient because they have to trek some long distances to get certain things done. But I thank God for my very visionary, compassionate, and responsive governor, Governor Sanwo-Olu. He has put so many things in place. There are vehicles that are on ground now that people come over. If you know you're out of Okada business and you know you have what it takes to get and take some government, support and subsidy, come. You must be citizens of Lagos. You must be resident in Lagos. You must do business here. Come forth with something very reasonable. The government is willing to help you. We have vehicles. You just launch some taxes. You just launch some, small vehicles in their thousands. They are all parked there. People have started coming, to apply for that. It's open. There is nothing like politics here. If you know you want to continue in this industry of transportation, come on board and take some of these things, and then we are ready to offer you. But for you to ask us to keep encouraging lawlessness and make people live in fear, no, we can't agree with that.
It is pertinent to state that if the desire of a secured Lagos and a truly urban city must be realized, the enforcement of the ban on commercial motorcycles plying major highways must be sustained. Peggy Agbe, Security Watch Africa, Lagos State.